Today we are gonna go through an interview that CG Cookie did with Yanal Sosak, who is a fantastic Blender character artist. He is specialized in character sculpting and does create tutorials on his YouTube channel, and if you want to know more, you can find all the links in the description. He starts off saying, "When I was a project management student at a 3D animation school, we had some basic 3D classes where we learned programs such as 3ds Max and Maya. One of my friends who joined the class was a Blender user and very passionate about it. He would always talk about how it was a great program and how he preferred it over the others. He sat next to me in class, so I would see him work with Blender quite often. I'm not 100% sure what was the deciding factor that made me try it, but a big reason was the speed at which he modeled in it compared to the other students in class using the industry standard programs. There was also the fact that he would always show me cool features that the other software didn't have. Truth to be told, Blender back then was not as appealing as it is today. The school, professionals, and the industry at the time suggested that we would have a harder time getting a job with Blender, and that we should stick to the industry standard. That said, I decided to give it a go for a week or two, thinking that there is no harm in learning it in my free time. Interestingly enough, if I recall 3 weeks after, it became my main 3D software of choice. I was hooked. Keep in mind back then, I didn't do character stuff yet. I did mostly environment stuff. I actually found the interface to be a lot friendlier than the other 3D software. Also, did I mention that I subscribed to CG Cookie when I started to learn Blender? I even recommended it to my students when I gave a Blender class at a university not long ago. I have a video on the channel titled, "Can you get a 3D artist job with Blender in the game and film industry?" where I talk about that. In short, choose whatever tool you enjoy most. If that's Blender, go for it. And get good at what you do as an artist and you will be set. This video is brought to you by sketchfab, a platform for buying and selling 3D models online. Their store has a lot of high quality models to choose from using a great model inspector. Links in the description. I created my YouTube channel at the start of 2017, since I wanted to follow my passion for art, specifically characters. It was the plan since the start to make it full-time, so that I can focus on creating characters, improve, and eventually inspire others to become better artists through tutorials, time-lapse videos, and art advice. For that to be possible, I had to plan ahead and turn it into something that is sustainable, and creating courses is one of the ways I thought that could make that a reality. The Blender market has a great team behind it. They do a great job at communicating with the creators, answering their questions, and promoting their products. Jonathan and Matthew are both a delight. They are one of the reasons I opened the store on the Blender market, and I would definitely recommend it to others. I don't use external Blender plugins, mainly because I want my audience to be able to follow my tutorials easily and understand what I am doing in time-lapse videos without any confusion. Some native add-ons in Blender that I use are the F2 add-on, Node Wrangler, and Rigify. Anatomy and drawing had a colossal impact on my art and life in general. Imagine being a surgeon without knowing the human anatomy. Why would creating a character from scratch be any different? Even environments and non-character stuff hold the same truth. Of course, I still have ways and ways to go, but since I started in July 2017 on my journey of learning how to draw every single day, I went through many of the art basics. That includes perspective, anatomy, gesture, and more. All of these basics have had a positive effect on my art, characters, or otherwise. Any book on the basics, figure drawing, anatomy, perspective, shading, light and color, etc. I like to choose book by specific subject, looking for an online review on the authors that cover it, or simply reading comments on their books through Amazon. This helps me make a choice on which author to get it from, but that is up to the individual. Here is my 2 cents on the subject. The program you use is an extension of your arms, just like a pencil or a brush. I don't put much focus on which program I use. Instead, I focus on generally improving as an artist. Personally, I choose the tool based on how fast it allows me to create and reach the final piece, and how fun the process is. Today, Blender is both those things, which makes it my main choice of software. Of course, there are many other benefits of Blender, such as the community and passionate developers, which is delicious icing on the cake. At the moment, I would say working out and drawing. The first one might sound weird, but when you are in a good shape and healthy, both in mind and body, you tend to be in an overall better mood, which helps you focus on your art and creativity. Run, jump, make friends, play games, whatever makes you happy. Never neglect your health, body or otherwise, it will hurt you in the long run. If you enjoyed listening to this interview, you can find all the necessary links in the description. Also, you can check some of our previous videos. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one.